Hey everyone, this is A Gameplay and welcome to the Outer Worlds. This is a game developed by Obsidian Entertainment, who's made the Fallout New Vegas game. So I'm really excited to play this, so let's get into it.
Why stay earthbound when prosperity awaits you in the stars? Come to Halcyon, the only colony on the edge of the frontier, owned and operated by corporations. A trip of 10 short years will feel like mere minutes, thanks to the comfort and safety of your very own hibernation chamber. You'll wake up in a perfect society designed to maximize your productivity with guaranteed full employment. With only a minor term of service, you will become the master of your own destiny when you go out of this world to the Halcyon colony.
Hundreds of thousands of colonists left adrift out here forever, just to keep from damaging the board's bottom line. Disgraceful.
So I really don't know what to expect from this game. I haven't really watched anything because I really want to be surprised. Okay, so I have to choose attributes. I always love to be high in charm so I can say whatever I want and go anywhere I want.
You could get away with all sorts of illegal activity.
Yeah, that's the point. So that I do hope there's something like a bit in Fallout where you can find bubble head or things like that to get those points even higher. But for now, I think I'll go with this. Skills. Oh, that's nice. That's a bit like Dungeon and Dragon. There's a lot of choices here. So to go with the charm, I'll max my dialogue.
You could make a vicar doubt the law.
And probably the stealth to be able to lockpick and hack.
If you wanted to steal from the rich, you've come to the right colony.
Okay, next. Aptitude. I think that I can only choose one, so I'll probably take some things that helps with the persuasion and things like that. No transaction is finished without a smile. You live for the ka-chunk of a bit cartridge getting inserted right side up, the redemption of loyalty points, and the promise of a good day. Come back real soon, bye-bye now, are more than empty words. They're a promise and a standard you intend on carrying to the frontier. Yeah, that's for me.
At least you know the value of money.
Yes I do. I tend to take a lot of time here, so I'm gonna skip the customization. This will be my character for this playthrough. What's your name? My name is A. I think that I'm ready, so let's get into this.
Looks to be your lucky day, my friend.
So he chose me. Out of everyone that's there, he chose me. That may be a mistake.
Please power down your engines and prepare to be...
Not likely, bootlickers.
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna like him.
Initiate skip jump.
status. Structural integrity down 25%. Power levels down 11%. Skip drive.
Shit.
Watch your language. There may be children here. Am I tied up?
Ah, there you are. Wondering what's going on, eh? Bit of bad news there, I'm afraid. Your colony ship was inexplicably knocked out of skip space and forced to complete its journey at sublight speeds. This means that you and every other colonist on the Hope have been in suspended animation for 70 years, give or take. Normally, reviving someone after so long leads to some quite horrifying results. It's called explosive cell death, but it's really more of a liquefaction. Something wrong? Oh, yes, well, not to worry. I've pumped your body full of a special concoction I devised to keep you from dying so horrifically. Hopefully at all, but I guess we'll see, yes? Unfortunately, I used the last of my chemical supplies saving you. I know it's a lot to ask, but I must have your help securing more if we're to save the rest of your fellow colonists. I'd see it done myself, of course, but the board has a sizable bounty on my head. Now, my ship is inoperative, but I've managed to hire a smuggler to help you out. He'll be... Oh, I see we're in position. Good luck!
Thanks. He seems to know what he's doing. Do I want to help everyone though? That's the question. Because I know that in this game you can do whatever you want. You can do a lawful playthrough or you can just be an asshole.
Can you hear me? Is this thing working? Ah, there you are. Now, where were we? Oh, yes, the smuggler. His name is Hawthorne, and he should be waiting for you at the landing site. He's to be your chauffeur, so to speak. Not to worry. I'm told he's a specialist. Dashing gunslinger, one-of-a-kind ship, that sort of thing. You'll like him, I'm sure. I've also outfitted you with a simple wireless monitor, so I can track your progress. I'll check in with you as soon as you land. Good luck. All the colonists are counting on you.
Like I was saying, for the good of the story, I'm gonna do what I'm supposed to do, but it won't be a lawful playthrough.
Should be close by. What in law?
Are you kidding me?
Is that him?
Oh my god.
That idiot. I told him to plant the beacon and move away, not stand there holding it. Oh well, no sense in letting his ship go to waste. Hawthorne won't mind you taking his ship. Better you than the board, huh? Not sure I trusted the fellow. Might have gone after the bounty on my head. Shame about the whole squashing thing. Nasty way to go.
This is so beautiful. I'm saying this a lot, but damn, those graphics are good. Well, he's dead. Probably by them. Yeah, probably by them. I'm gonna run. I don't have anything. Oop. What the What's this?
Easy now. You've been frozen for a while. There's bound to be unforeseen
Oh, you're
side
so
effects.
cute. Oh, okay. My ankle. Hey, you.
Hey, you.
No,
Come here.
I said that.
You've tried the best now. Now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Oh, law, that stings.
What happened to you?
We were out on patrol. I saw a marauder camp up in the hills. Thought I could take him. Then my gun misfired. Right through my side. I mean, what are the odds of that, right?
So you shut yourself?
Just barely scraped by with my life. Crawled in here and blocked off the exit with those canisters.
How dumb are you? You're hiding in a cave and you block off the exit. You're as good as dead.
Spacer's choice policy clearly stipulates that dead and as good as dead are two completely different properties of matter. Unless I'm dead, I'm contractually obligated to attend to my post. I will report that illegally grounded spacecraft if it is the last thing I do.
Okay.
See those canisters by the entrance? Marauders come sniffing around in here, and I can take them all out with a single shot. Not bad, huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna lie. Oh, someone grounded the ship illegally? I'll hunt them down for you.
You'd better take my gun then. Careful, it's worth more to the company than I am.
That's nice.
All Spacer's choice weapons are now 30% less likely to malfunction. You've tried the best, now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Yes, nailed it that time.
Do you know anything about the oath? Oh, forget it, I'm out.
Damage my ears! Ugh.
He's so cute.
Oh, what just happened? Can you hear me? What in the hell?
Oh, okay. Hibernation complication detected. Tactical time dilatation. Due to complications stemming from being revived after an extended hibernation, your brain processes time differently. Pressing the tactical time dilatation button slows down the world, giving you time to think as well as take action. You have a limited time in this mode, standing still, drain, blah blah blah. Okay. Hey you're dead. Show your face. That was easy. Buy the ammo. I'm gonna just take everything. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be crafting and cooking. Hacking and picking locks. Your hacking and lockpicking skill help you get into places you're not meant to be. If your skill is high enough, freezing, yeah, okay. So I need this. I need another one. Oh, there you go. That's quite easy. I think I prefer this kind of lockpicking. Weapon management. So I can break down the items for parts. And there's only 3 kind of ammo. Armor management, that's not consumable. Modification, general, quest, and junk. I'm gonna take a lot of junk. Sorry I missed you. They're quite easy to kill. Anyone else? Nah.
Hey! Get over here before you get yourself killed!
Hello.
Don't know where you came from, stranger, but you best keep your head down. There's marauders hereabouts, and worse, landing violators. Gall on that rung leech. Landing in the Vale without using an official Spacer's Choice landing pad. I'd slap him with a fine if it weren't for all these marauders shambling about.
So I heard. I found one of your teammates holed up in a cave.
Really? How is he?
Yeah, still a moron. I'm hoping you're a little brighter.
Of course I am. I'm a superior officer. Stands to reason, don't it? Just you watch. I'll cross these marauders off with a swift, cost-efficient fury that's made Spacer's Choice the most trusted brand in personal defense. I just, you know, need a couple of winks to catch my breath. Stretch my legs some.
I bet you could get the marauders to tell you where the owner of that ship is.
You think? Most marauders can't even talk. But criminals do attract other criminals by their own nature. You know what? You're right. It's time we cross those marauders off, find whoever owns that ship, and file a full report. Then it's gonna be fucking laminated.
It's a good thing I'm not monetized yet. People here don't have a good language.
fine bonus.
I wanted to kill him though.
Waste of company ammo.
Well, let's get into that ship.
Please be informed that this vessel contains no valuable plunder. Marauder, please be informed that ignoring me is dangerous for your health.
So this is my soon-to-be ship?
Unauthorized access of spacefaring vessels is a crime. Hello, Marauder. I am Ada, the autonomous digital astrogator of this vessel. Please be informed that I am authorized to use violent retribution against unwanted solicitors. Please return any misappropriated equipment and exit this vessel in an orderly fashion. Failure to do so will result in your immediate destruction.
Yeah. What are you going to do? Self-destruct?
Gesture procedures initiated. Please engage in airlocks. Preparing to eject all boarded parties in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You realize we're on the ground, right?
You are still here. My deception protocols have failed. I have been programmed to express disappointment.
I'm gonna love the dialogue in this game. Is this our turn? I'm pretty sure it's his ship.
This vessel is the registered property of Captain Alex Hawthorne. I am incapable of accepting orders from anyone other than Captain Alex Hawthorne.
Your captain's a red smear under my escape pad.
I understand. I will require some time to process this information. Thank you for your patience and for your honesty. I am programmed to take orders exclusively from Captain Hawthorne. If I accept your orders, then you must be Captain Hawthorne. Do you understand?
I get it. You need me to be Captain Hawthorne or you can fly.
Well done, Captain Hawthorne. I see your powers of deductive reasoning remain intact. Unfortunately, our engine is currently inoperable.
Of course,
our
something's
main drive
broken.
suffered a critical power failure, and we were forced to make an emergency landing. The main drive's power regulator has been irreparably damaged and must be replaced.
No, I'm not an engineer. So where am I supposed to find something like that?
The settlement of Edgewater is located nearby. I recommend speaking to the administrator of Edgewater and requesting assistance. I have taken the liberty of printing you a new captain's identity cartridge. Please try not to lose it this time. This cartridge identifies you, Alex Hawthorne, as the registered proprietor and captain of the Unreliable. Do you understand?
Captain Hawthorne of the Unreliable. I like it.
Thank you. I appreciate your cooperation. Best of luck in your search for a power regulator. Try to stay alive this time.
Level up. Every time you level up, you earn a skill point to spend on improving your skill. Spending a skill point on a core skill improve all of the specialized skill in that group up to a maximum of 50. After 50, you can add points directly to specialized skill up to 100. You've been promoted. Level up. Congratulations, you have gained enough experience to go up a level. Open your character ledger to advance your character. Blah blah blah. That's okay. I'm gonna boost dialogue. Yeah, 9 points. So a bit on stealth and a lot in dialogue. Combat dialogue ability. You have unlocked a dialogue combat skill. Perks. Welcome to perk selection. Yeah, probably carrying capacity, walking speed, probably this. This is going to be the series of unfortunate go fetch quest.
Say, this wouldn't happen to be your ship, would it?
No.
Because you sure walked in it like it was your ship. And if this ship is yours, well, ma'am, you owe Spacer's Choice a hefty fine. Afraid we gotta dock your pay.
You've got it all wrong. I'm a Starship Safety Inspector.
Oh, by the law. I'm so sorry. I had no idea we had an inspector coming. If you'd like to speak with my manager, I'd report to Constable Reyes in
It's
Edgewater.
okay.
Edgewater's not too far. Just follow the road east of here, over past the cemetery. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to inspect the crime scene before I make my report.
I'm not a Karen, I don't need your manager. This is such a beautiful game. So let's go to the city. Hey you! I missed your head full of time. You have a gun? I'll kill you first. Miss me. I'm as bad as you. And welcome to Bridgewater. When the entrance of a city is a cemetery, you know that something's wrong.
Whoa, hey.
Edgewater, employment, community, spacer's choice.
The grease monkey, Argo?
Hello, you.
Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself.
I'll wait until you're finished.
You were saying, Miss Holcomb.
It's just what Bess needs is a proper refurbish. I can bandage her up and what all, but she's just old. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'll do better.
And I do wish you'd stop referring to our cannery as Bess. Personification of company property is strictly contrary to the Spacer's Choice Code of Conduct. My apologies. I am not in the habit of allowing my guests to witness such a row. Now, what can I do for you?
We can start with introduction. I'm A.
I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform.
Oh, I don't work for Spacer's Choice.
Of course not. I don't have that kind of luck. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
My ship needs repair. I'm looking for a power regulator.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process.
Let me guess, you want me to do something for you before you'll help me?
My proposition benefits the both of us.
Yep.
Please, hear me out. There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way.
When you say mostly abandoned, what do you mean?
I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I want to fuck with you and not them. You mean marauders? Marauders aren't people.
The people living in the botanical labs. They're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home.
Just tell me what I have to do then.
My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town.
Alright, Reed. I'll see what I can do to help you.
My dad told me all about the plant. Taught me all he knew. I could come in useful. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented and may prove useful to you. You will need an administrative passcode in order to enter the plant. I am trusting you with mine, and trusting Miss Holcomb to guide you if you'd like.
Sure, why not? I don't really want her, but she should be useful.
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
Hope I won't regret taking her. Huh. Her skills enhance mine.
Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me.
Yeah.
It's just, Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale.
This is about the deserter? So what's the other side of it?
To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left.
I can't blame anybody for wanting to leave. This town has issues. But I'm sure the deserters are very fine people, so what?
Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. It don't seem right to me, ma'am. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is.
What do we need to talk to the victor about? Flipping a switch in your power mill?
About if what Mr. Thompson proposes to do is upright. Leaving Miss McDevitt's folk to their fate. Their neighbors. Kin. And maybe he can think of something else to try. Something we ain't. He used to go walking outside town. Maybe he found something that'll help. It's just an idea. That's all.
It's such easier to just be an ass, but I'm gonna help her.
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto at your service. Or Vicar Max, if you're the sort who prefers brevity. And Ms. Holcomb as well. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
Just tagging along, Vicar de Soto. Don't mind me.
I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison, anything at all. Spiritual counseling? This season's tossball predictions? The quickest way out of town?
Parvati wanted to talk to you about what Reed asked us to do.
What? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked you to do?
So I have to talk? Cut off the power to Adlen deserters.
I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk.
Right. Great. Can we wrap this up?
Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold.
Right. Just talk everybody into coming together. I'll keep that in mind.
If it were as easy as a few soothing words in the right ears, I'm sure it would have been done already. Consider it a challenge. If you don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice, be cautious on your way to the geothermal plant. It is not as safe as you might assume.
I've been outside and I'm not impressed.
The marauders I met when I ventured outside the walls might agree with you. Bastards snuck up on me while I was dutifully hunting for a banned book in a collector's library.
I so don't care.
Barely escaped with my life.
Move along, stranger. We don't want any trouble. I don't know you. Whatever you're looking for, it ain't here.
It is, though.
Move along.
I'm looking for Adlen. I need some answer.
Answers, huh? You must be one of those philosophicals. Already got ourselves one of those.
Reed said something about former workers living out in the wilderness.
Yeah, that's us. And you can tell Thompson we're doing just fine by ourselves.
Yeah, I know that.
If you're gonna start wandering around my camp, know that I got my sights on you.
That's okay. Where can I find Adlin?
Over in the hothouse, tending crop. Enough with the questions. No offense, but I've got a lot on my mind.
You and me both. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to repair my ship. We've all got problems. I just got shut into space. They're both good.
Explains why you're still yammering on at me.
Okay, bye.
No, I'm sorry. That was unworthy of me. Lady named Zoe went missing some nights ago. Just up and vanished without a trace. Now I'm pacing around wondering if marauders got to her.
I'll keep an eye out.
It's not like Zoe to go wandering. Figured she might be out scavenging, but that ain't exactly her talent. Can't imagine where she's gone. Vale's a wide place. She could be anywhere.
Unless marauders got to her. Then parts of her could be in a lot of places.
Could do without the gallows humor. I'll tell you what I can.
No, I didn't wanna. Okay, let's change.
What is it?
I'll leave. I'm just gonna cry in a corner. Hello, you.
If you're hungry, there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice. Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear?
I'm not here to join your camp.
Really? Now that you mention it, you don't have the look of an indentured laborer about you. Not nearly enough despair in your eyes.
I'm not from around here, but Parvati is.
Hi, Miss McDevitt.
Parvati. Are you still in the custom of collecting flowers? You're welcome to take your pick. I do apologize for visiting upon your intentions. You and yours are welcome here. Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobacco tea.
Anything.
I brew it in an old spittoon, but it's been cleaned.
That's good. Looks like you've made a home for yourself out here.
A home for anyone who's ever turned their backs on Edgewater. A home for those of us with nowhere left to go and nothing to lose. So, like the spores of the puffball, cast on the wind and alighting on fresh soil, we put down new roots.
You've picked a terrible place to put down roots.
Terrible to those of us accustomed to the comforts of a civilized life. But I have always believed that
I just want to get you to the
comfort.
city and take the power from here. So yeah, Reed sent me to make peace with you.
Reed Thompson? You here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile? Let's hear it. What's Reed's idea of peace, then?
Something about coming back to town or losing power. I wasn't really listening.
I can't say I blame you. Reed is positively soporific. Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned. I and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves.
Good, but I do want a power regulator. Reed asked me to divert the power over to him. He mentioned a geothermal plant.
He would do such a thing. The question is, why would you agree to his plans?
My reasons are my own.
Cannery's got a regulator. You want ship parts, you ought to rip them out of the cannery's guts and leave us be.
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid. Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would do.
A hero to you, maybe. Not for the citizen.
A hero to the people who matter.
That's relative.
To us. To the ones who come around. to the ones you save. Reed will never understand. He has been too long inebriated on the wine of corporate culture. All he sees is
It's okay.
productivity.
The only reason I'm helping you is
profit.
because he's an asshole. And I prefer to be an asshole to him than to you. Let's say I help you. What happened to Edgewater?
Life in Edgewater grinds to a halt. The cannery shuts down, workers desert in droves, and our own little camp grows and thrives.
Yeah, why not? I'll consider it.
I trust you will listen to your conscience.
Level up! What are you doing? Oh, you're dumb. At least she seems to know where she's going. I don't have the guns nor the ammo for this. Could you die? Where is she? Is she dead? Hey you, haven't seen you yet. This is the fastest ceiling I've ever seen in any game. There you are. At least I don't have to revive her.
We made it.
Yes, we did. Okay. Use terminal. Of course it failed, and I have to do it manually. Oh, come on.
Once
Finally.
we do this, there's no Excuse me, ma'am. Look, I know you want your power regulator and all, but I just gotta ask you. Do you understand what you're about to do?
Yes, I do, but what do you think about it?
I don't think you should cut off Edgewater's power. I think it would be cruel.
What am I supposed to
I'm
do
sorry.
then?
That just sort of came out all at once. Edgewater's hurting. We've been losing workers year after year, and corporate hardly ever sends replacements. There's barely enough Saltuna to fill our bellies anymore. But the town's got some good people in it. Decent, hard-working folk just living their lives the only way they know how. They don't deserve to be punished.
What should I say? The deserters are a community. I can't just destroy what they've built.
Miss McDevitt's built something beautiful. Somehow she's talked the ground into giving life again. It's plain to see she's made the Vale a better place. Fed the hungry, tended the sick. Gave a home to those that had none. But Miss McDevitt delights in Edgewater's suffering. She wants to hurt the town. Do you really want to be party to that kind of hatred?
Are you kidding me? You're the one that wanted me to help her. Look, I see your point. I think I'm ready to make a decision.
Sorry, I didn't mean to babble on like that. I felt like I had to say something.
So what am I doing now? Don't worry about it. I was barely listening to you.
Oh, well.
Oh, what should I do? Save the city or the deserter? I think I'll just try to make the deserter come back to the city. That was a really long quest.
That's the thing about growing old. Your eyes start to fail. Elsewise, I would have seen you for the snake that you are, chopped you into pieces. This is all you're doing.
Yeah.
Cutting off my power, killing off my garden. Without refrigeration, my food. I want to ask you this in private, away from the eyes of my flock. so they do not see me lose.
This isn't personal, Adeline. I just want a power regulator.
You killed my garden, destroyed my community, sentenced my flock to a lifetime of slavery in Edgewater for a power regulator. Well, shit, I wish... Go talk to Grace.
Well,
and
everyone seems to
Thomas.
tell me that this
Look
is the
them in
better
the eye
thing
and
to
tell
do,
them
so...
their life here is over, and the only thing left to do is go back to Edgewater.
It's not my problem.
And you tell Reed Thompson that I will never return to Edgewater.
Good for you.
I would rather die among my...
Look, I'm willing to deal with Reed for you.
You offering to cross Reed off, huh? This some sort of twisted reparation for what you've... Kill Reed if you must, or talk him into leaving if you can. He and I are not sharing the same four walls together.
Reed isn't just going to leave his post. I'll need some help convincing him.
Tell Reed that I can make his people healthy again. I can end their plague. Start a new garden right in the cannery. 3 square meals for every man and woman in Edgewater. Tell him how I've made the Vale bloom again. The secret is human corpses.
Okay.
I've been grinding them up in my fertilizer for years. Marauder, worker, don't matter much to me. The human body is rich with nutrients.
Okay, you're crazy. Yeah, what will happen when you'll run out?
Edgewater Cemetery's got corpses aplenty. Enough for a generation.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I'll try to convince the others.
I don't have time.
Oh, okay.
I know, I'm trying to think.
Don't mind me.
Marauders can't see us in the dark. Wild canids on the...
There's nothing for you here. It's time to go back to Edgewater.
The matter's been weighing on me. I'm staying put until I know what's become of Zoe. Don't want that question haunting me all the way.
Another side quest that I have to do.
Wow, you crossed them all off, like some sort of heroic accountant running down a list. Teach me your ways.
At least this side quest wasn't too long. Zoe, your people are looking for you.
What? You mean Adelaide's little congregation of nature-loving no... You, on the other hand, you were a sight to behold. If I had half your skills...
I need you to clarify something for me.
I got kicked out of Edgewater on account of falling sick with plague. I'd heard some outlaws set up camp in the botanical labs. I decided to throw in with them. Seeing as how... Instead, what do I find? But a bunch of former workers camped out around a greenhouse.
There was something else, actually.
I've got all the time.
I've been sent to find you.
Why? Adelaide wants me back on garden duty or something? Thanks, but I'm not going in.
I'll persuade you since I have nothing better to do. I don't imagine you're happy out here. Food's awful, company's worse, and no serial
dramas.
Yeah, that's
I've been thinking about going back. I'll take my stuff and head on back, I suppose.
Thank you.
Grace is going to be glaring knives at me, so I've got that to look forward to.
Take care.
I'm not in the lightest of humor.
I found her for you.
We didn't always get along, but I'm glad to know she's...
Something about becoming an outlaw. I'd rather not get into it.
You pretty much did my job for me.
Yes, I did.
At least, let me know if I can do something for you.
Get back to the freaking city.
The matter's been weighing on me. Zoe came back, but I couldn't keep her from slipping out in the first place. Who's to say I could keep marauders from slipping in? Listen, we go back to Reed, hat in hand, begging for our old jobs back. Well, Adelaide's...
And why not Coconut?
Edgewater's not just a town to Adelaide. It's a symbol of everything that's wrong with this colony. A big, heartless machine of metal and gears. We're the closest thing Adelaide's got to a family.
Sure, I'll talk to Reed. What can I do for you?
Staring at me. It's not my fault the power's... Whoa, Miss Parvati. Hey, you're, what?
Are you, are things safe out here? How are you keeping?
Oh, that's cute.
Great, just great. I've been trying to keep stuff running, just like you. Only I'm not so... Wait, they didn't kick you out, did they?
Oh gosh, no. I'm just along with this lady here.
I seen you wandering around here. You don't look like you're coming from town.
I'll take it as a compliment.
Well, what I meant was you're reasonably well armed and don't look stricken with plague. Sorry, I just wasn't sure if you were from town or if you were one of us. Something's been chewing at me, you see.
It's never too late to start learning.
I'll take all the help I can get. I set my mind to learning the craft of the engineer, you see. You ever heard of the Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering? Comes in a set of 3. If I had my hands on one of those
Those are good. My dad kept a copy with him when he was working in the cannery.
I know the old community center kept a copy. Should find another one back in town. If you could find me even...
It seems like I have nothing better to do, so I'll do it.
I'll pay you for every pad you bring me. If, by some miracle, you can bring me the full set, I'll give you something...
You better.
I've been thinking about going back. I get sick thinking about working at the cannery. I mentioned those manuals on
Yes, you did. So, when I was going around to find the 3 books for the other guy, I leveled up and my companion did too. So I can give her some perks. I can also choose what weapon she has and what gear she has, which is quite a nice addition.
This is a fine day, friend. Power flows through our town like a cool stream of water. I trust Adelaide's people have seen their way to reason. So, when can...
Well, she won't come back as long as you're here, so I'm gonna make you quit.
Then we are at an impasse. Stewardship over this town has been entrusted to me by Spacer's Choice. I am not perfect. I have made my share of mistakes, but I have done my best for this town.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. Your town's a mess, dude.
I have been holding this town together with both hands. You can't just expect me to leave. I am a Spacer's Choice man. My father was a Spacer's Choice man.
I don't care.
Edgewater may not look like much to some buttoned-up freelancer, but it is my home.
Her people aren't getting sick with plague.
I don't believe you. Plague's a reality of life. Best treatment is a good work ethic.
This town doesn't eat anything but salt tuna. Of course you're going to get sick.
You are disparaging our parent company, and it is not appreciated. We are a Spacer's Choice Saltuna cannery. We eat salt tuna here, and only salt tuna.
And what exactly are you putting into those cans?
Processed, liquefied, retextured salt tuna rendered in a chemical bath, of course.
Yeah, that looks healthy.
Well, mostly salt tuna. We've been experiencing a salt tuna shortage, you see. We've added wood chips, some mushrooms,
Oh,
bit of
come
sack,
on.
tossed some
That's
canid bits in our
disgusting.
processor once. It all tastes like salt tuna.
That can't be healthy.
Health is a state of mind, friend. Afflictions in one's body are reflections of afflictions in one's work ethic. Now listen, I do not know what pretty rhetoric Adelaide has fed.
She's able to make food, and she'll come back if you step down.
You'll excuse me for being skeptical. How exactly is Adelaide growing crops in barren soil?
I don't know, but it doesn't involve corpses, so that's good.
If Adelaide's found a way to feed her people and cure the plague, then she deserves this office more than I do. I won't stand in her way. My life here is ended. Give me a little time to settle my affairs. I'm sure Adelaide will be glad to see the back of me.
That's almost sad. I haven't seen that coming. You don't have to do this, you know.
I do. Adelaide's found a cure for the plague, and she knows how to tend to crop.
What are you going to do?
A couple months ago, I might have put in for a transfer. It's a big colony. Spacer's Choice has other towns.
Why not?
No such thing as an honorable resignation.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know. I could see my...
Okay, take care. Hey guys.
Any luck finding?
I've got all of your books.
No kidding.
Do I really have to give them one by one?
Look at that. Building a computing machine out of spec. I appreciate one data pad's enough to guide me down my newfound path. Just remember, that's a complete set. All 3 parts. Aside from you, Ms. Parvati. I swear.
I'm glad we could help, Tom.
I've been saving something for you. Just a little contraption I found.
Better be good. Now that I did everything that those two wanted, I'm gonna talk to Adeline. Hey girl.
Look at that. The snake's come back.
Fuck you. You can come back to Edgewater. Reed's leaving.
I never thought I'd see the day that Reed Thompson abandoned his post. Suppose it's time our flock made our way back to Edgewater. You're vexing to me, you know? Injuring us with one hand, helping us with the other. Here, I'm giving you something to leave us be. It's a ransom, you understand, not a reward.
Okay, take care then. I've been recording for like 2 hours. Just to get this part of the ship.
Is this your ship? Oh my stars, she is just so handsome! Does she have a name yet? What's her drive model? Oh, gosh. Listen to me babbling. When I was in Edgewater, I dreamed of flying on a real ship, working on a real engine, belonging to a proper crew. I'm the only decent mechanic Edgewater's got, but every time I think of going back, I get this sinking feeling.
It's okay, come with me. I gave the other guy 3 books so he could replace you.
Oh, it's kind of you to say that. I want to ask you something, and you can say no. But can I come with you?
Yes, of course.
And if you ever need a pair of eyes watching your back, I can do that too.
I'll be glad to have you along. You weren't a pain in the ass, so pick a cabin, it's yours. Wait, you just met me.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that. Edgewater was on the verge of collapse before you showed up. You sent them power, and now the town might see another season. And you talked Miss McDevitt into coming back to town. Maybe one day, you ain't exactly a stranger anymore. You done some kindness here.
Okay then, let's go.
Yes! I mean, thanks. You won't regret this, ma'am. Captain. I can call you Captain now. Ha! I got a captain.
Captain, I have detected that Edgewater's power supply is now optimal. I applaud your willingness to invest your time in the local community.
Didn't have much of a choice, did I?
What can I do for you, Captain?
I have the power regulator.
Do you know how to install a power regulator?
Maybe.
Outstanding, Captain. Your aptitude for engineering will prove invaluable in the event of another catastrophic engine failure. Our engine room is located behind you. Across the cargo bay, up the ladders. What can I do for you, Captain?
Let's go, I've installed the thing.
All systems are operating within acceptable parameters. I am prepared to bring the unreliable into low-altitude orbit. This should prove an adequate test of our flight capabilities.
Let's leave this planet forever. I don't want to ever come back here.
received a communication request from
Sorry?
Dr. Phineas Wells.
This better be quick, I want to finish this soon.
Based on my initial calculations of Dr. Wells's personality, that seems highly unlikely.
Aha, there you are. Hale and hearty, and captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the unreliable to good use. Shame about her former captain. Horrible way to die. How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any, unnatural drippage? Perfectly normal side effect of thawing, I assure you.
I've been feeling a little lightheaded, also I can slow down time.
Oh, that, yes, that's probably permanent. I wouldn't worry about it, though. I'm sure you're fine. What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony.
Get to the point.
Food shortages, lack of supplies, and basic necessities. We're dying. The chairman, the minister, and all their lackeys on the board are to blame. The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us undo the board's mistakes. They can help us set things right. You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help me, help us, find the chemicals to revive your fellow colonists. Gladys Culkelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. She can get you a nav key to land on Stellar Bay.
Fine, I'll talk to her.
Excellent. I'll send her a wireless. Let her know you're coming. By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of my own design, cutting-edge technology, years ahead of its time. I call it the Holographic Shroud. I'm sure it will prove remarkably useful to you. You'll find it in the captain's quarters.
It wasn't for me in the first place, but thank you.
Excellent. I'll contact you once you've found a way to get to Stellar Bay. If you have any questions, come see me in my lab. And remember, don't trust the board. They'll try to win you over with promises of wealth and power, but it's a lie. The board's only interested in filling their own pockets. If we don't put a stop to them, they're going to run this colony to the ground.
Transmission ended. If you are ready to depart, please select a destination on your navigation terminal.
So far, I really enjoyed this game. The gameplay is awesome. The only thing is that all the main story seems to be connected to a lot of side quests. So if you want to do the right thing, you have to do all of those side quests, which will slow you down a lot in the main story. Because of that, I'm not sure if I'm gonna do another episode. So if you want to see more, leave a comment, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.